Hello and welcome back to Old Truthford, the home of honestly biased sports content. How are we doing, folks? But cool, good to see you, man. We could do something more fun or different in the stream than others are doing, or that others are not doing. Good for engagement and attracting newcomers. Yeah, very, very true. Any ideas? Let me know. Niche fan, how you doing, man? Or woman? Liked. Appreciate that very much. Thank you, Mr. Niche fan or Mrs. Niche fan. If you haven't already, folks, drop a like on the video. We are going to be going through the latest Manchester United news tonight, and it's been quite a busy day. No major developments, but quite a bit of shiz to go through. So let's have a look. Let's start off with yesterday evening. The Times Sport reported that Man United are exploring the viability of organising a behind closed doors friendly against a local rival this week to give Andre Onana and Benjamin Sesko some real world training ahead of their Premier League opener. So that leads me to believe that Sesko and Onana would start the Premier League opening game, but I don't know if we're going to see both of them. I don't know. What do you guys think? Are we going to be seeing Sesko and Onana on the opening day? You have to ask for their pronouns these days, admin. I mean, I don't make the rules, Keith. I just live by them. What else do we have? Garnacho is being an absolute melt. Obviously, still waiting for his move to Chelsea. Garnacho has been posting on his Instagram quite frequently. Lots of photos of him training, as well as putting a little hourglass emoji there. I wonder what that cryptic hourglass could mean. Maybe potentially he's waiting for his move to Chelsea. Who knows? And then also Alejandro Garnacho, when I think like his tattoo, like tattoo artist, whatever you want to call it, posted a video of them giving him a tattoo. He had a vape in his hand, which, I mean, come on, mate. You weren't supposed to go down this route, Garnacho. You weren't supposed to be a Chelsea boy with a vape in your hand and blonde highlights. What went wrong? You were the chosen one, Alejandro. You were the chosen one. Can anyone believe it that he does actually... he's actually been photographed with a vape. A professional footballer, bear in mind. Young professional footballer as well. But moving on from the shiz show that is Alejandro Garnacho, let's move on to BALEBA. So, BALEBA. We have had some reports come over last evening, but then also just recently, as I think like 20 minutes ago, from Fabrizio Romano. This is what he's had to say. So, this weekend was important for United to understand more about Carlos BALEBA and whether to move on to other targets or not. They remain in contact with BALEBA's agents and are still thinking about this possibility. Manchester United will continue talks with Carlos BALEBA in the coming days, says Fabrizio Romano. It remains a tough deal, but United remain in contact with his agents and want to make an attempt for a deal. They are not giving up, says Fabrizio Romano. Clearly, and this is from Laurie Whitwell on BALEBA, clearly Man United feel they might have a chance, otherwise they wouldn't be entering these talks that have been going on for a while now via intermediaries and with Brighton as well. Keith, just on Garnacho here, money and fame ruins these young kids, admin. We have seen this too many times. Ruben Amorim was a big one. Yep, very true. I mean, the way that Rio Ferdinand talks about Ravel Morrison is as though he's like one of the most talented players that he's ever seen. But I mean, if you don't put the work in, then your career can go up in smoke in like a matter of a month, really, or even a week. Admin City are in for Carlos now. That's why they're selling Savinho after 1 year. They need to sell him to register BALEBA. I don't know if I believe that City are going in for him, but who knows? The transfer window could develop that way. from what I've seen, the reason why City are selling Savinho is so that they can go in for Rodrigo from Real Madrid. So I don't know if they've officially entered the BALEBA race. If BALEBA goes to City over United, good luck to his career. He will sit on the bench. Very true. Fabio Payne ruined by money. Ronaldo said Fabio was better than him. Crazy how much it actually takes to become a professional footballer, in all honesty. But yeah, let's go over the recent Carlos BALEBA updates as well. So Fabrizio Romano, 37 minutes ago, posted Man United plan for new talks for BALEBA in the upcoming days. So we could very well see a BALEBA bid coming in the next couple of days from United. Contacts follow on Brighton side as deal remains very difficult, but United will try, says Fabrizio. So by how Fabrizio's tweeting about it, I don't think he's very confident that the deal will get done, but he did also post a video saying never underestimate Manchester United, so we'll have to wait and see. Why is it when I don't want to eat food, my YouTube shorts and recommend videos are all food? Don't worry. We won't talk about food here, Keith. Just glow sticks. Let's go, people. Come on. Like the stream. Subscribe if you're new to the Old Truthford YouTube channel. But yeah, let's move on. So, on BALEBA as well, Fabrizio Romano has also shared in the next days, United are expected to try and understand the situation and whether there's space to negotiate. Personal terms will not be an issue. So again, we've got the terms from BALEBA. We obviously want BALEBA. Ruben Amorim is said to admire him very much. It's just that bid that we're waiting on. It's just that bid and the price tag that we are waiting on. I did see some reports that apparently we've offered a lot of money as well as Collier, but I don't believe them. I think that's complete BS. What else do we have? A lot of people getting hyped over these posts from Romano, Fabrizio on BALEBA. What else has come out? I think Chelsea and Garnacho, some more news on that's come out just now. Where are we? Okay, so Simon Stone of BBC Sport has said Manchester United defender Harry Mass is in talks over a loan move to Sheffield Wednesday. We knew that already. We knew that he's going to go on loan. That's why he wasn't a part of the tour in America. So Mass is going out on loan. We've got, obviously, Diego Leon. We've got Dorgu, potentially Luke Shaw, who can play in the left wing back position. So we're pretty stacked there. Explains why we're loaning him out. Fabrizio Romano has said tomorrow or the day after Manchester United will try to understand the situation with Brighton regarding Carlos BALEBA to see if there's a possibility to negotiate. So we are going to be waiting on tomorrow or potentially Wednesday if we are going to be putting in a bid for BALEBA. So watch this space, guys. A lot of people saying that they're confident with the fact that we get BALEBA. I would say, given how bad last season was, I think Ineos and the club know that they need to go all out. So I would not be surprised if we got BALEBA. Fabrizio Romano just coming out 20 minutes ago saying we are going to be discussing with Brighton to see if it is possible. Let's catch up on the chat. Empty message from you, Keith. Don't know what that was. The only time I agree with the glow sticks. Disagree, Keith. He will start. It's going to be 110 plus 10. The price reflects his ceiling. I would imagine our first bid will probably be somewhere around 85 million guaranteed and 15 million in add-ons. We are definitely going to put a bid in, that's for sure. But yeah, I do think it'll start off with 100 million overall package, but 85 mil guaranteed, 15 mil add-ons. What else do we have? Okay, so Chelsea cannot wait to welcome Alejandro Garnacho to their football club, says Fabrizio Romano. for those who missed the start of the stream, Garnacho, obviously the absolute melt, has been continuously posting photos on his Instagram, just of him training with hourglasses all around. But more controversially, Garnacho has been smoking that good stuff, and when I say good stuff, I mean absolute shiz. So, yeah, Garnacho has been caught with a vape when he's getting a new tattoo, which I can't think of any more degenerate. Sorry, I can't even get my words out. I can't even think of any more degenerative behaviour than that from Garnacho. So, good luck to it. Good luck to Chelsea if they do get him. I'm hoping that we do get at least around 45, 50 mil for that. What else do we have? So this is per Fabrizio Romano as well. Alejandro's message to Manchester United: Chelsea, or I stay here and don't play football for 6 to 12 months. Okay, mate. I mean, we literally don't care. Stay on the bench. Stay on the bench. Or convince your new club to give us the money which we actually deserve for nurturing you to become one of the best talents in world football. Simple as. I mean, you're only on 50k wages. It's a drop in the ocean compared to... Have you not seen Garnacho? We're putting in a bid for BALEBA that could approach 100 million euros or 100 million pounds, and you think we're bothered about your 50k a week? Mate, rot on the bench for a week, eh? Rot on the bench. Folks, if you're new, be sure to like the video and subscribe. We are going to be going live every single night with the latest Manchester United news. And yeah, it's good to have some new faces in the chat. City might get him now. So niche fans talking about BALEBA here. City might get him now. I can't believe it. We should have got him at the beginning of the window before anyone else. I don't believe City are going to go in for him, if I'm being honest. I think I've seen from pretty good sources that City are going to sell Savinho and then go in for Rodrigo at Real Madrid. What else do we have? So Fabrizio Romano on Ruben Amorim as well. Ruben Amorim is super happy with the transfer window so far, but feels internally that if Man United can bring in a midfielder and maybe a goalkeeper, then that will be a fantastic window. Hopefully Ruben Amorim gets his men. I do think that nobody can really go against or like criticize Ineos if we do bring in a midfielder and a goalkeeper in terms of the football side of things, because then Amorim has fully been backed. What else do we have? I think that's all of the latest news so far. Honestly, Garnacho is acting like a spoiled brat, by the way. By the way, Garnacho is actually acting worse than arguably Jadon Sancho did. I mean, he did come directly out against the manager, just like Garnacho, but Garnacho has literally said, supposedly, according to Fabrizio Romano, by the way, this is what Garnacho said to Manchester United: Chelsea, or I stay here and don't play football for 6 to 12 months. Bro, he's literally like refusing to play, even though he wouldn't play anyway. He would just rot on the reserves. But the fact that he's refusing to play for the club that have helped bring him up as a player, like, ridiculous, mate. So, yeah, Garnacho's definitely going to be leaving this summer, or he's going to be rotting on our reserves. Folks, if you haven't already, hit that like button. It really does help the channel grow. And yeah, I appreciate every subscriber, every like. We are going to try and grow the home of honestly biased sports content here at Old Truthford, covering all the latest Manchester United and MMA, boxing. We are going to be doing live streams for that, but mainly Manchester United. Let's see what else we got. Okay, so that's the Garnacho news. With BALEBA, Fabrizio Romano has said that Carlos BALEBA, we are going to see some more updates over the next 2 days surrounding if Manchester United will put a bid in to Brighton. And yeah, that's for latest news with outgoings and ingoings. Actually, I tell a lie. Let's go over to, just before we move on to Sesko, let's go on to Rasmus Hojlund. So Rasmus Hojlund today has finally said that he is now open to joining AC Milan. So Rasmus Hojlund could be joining AC Milan any day now. I think ideally Hojlund's camp would want a loan move, but Manchester United have come out saying that they haven't come out saying it, but reputable sources have come out saying that Hojlund, they would prefer to just outright sell Rasmus Hojlund than keep him around. Eddie, good to see you, man. How you doing? Long time. Garnacho is a pound shop CR7. Amen, niche fan. Amen. What's the pivot going to be if we don't get him? I'd imagine if we can't get BALEBA, surely we're going to bring in another midfielder. I'd imagine we've got backup options, but who those are, no idea. But just continuing on Rasmus Hojlund, who is now open to joining AC Milan. Last week, so this is as per Samuel Luckhurst, last week, sources close to Rasmus Hojlund felt he would have to leave if Sesko came in. Hojlund is unhappy at Manchester United, seemingly forcing him out. It's not seemingly, we are literally forcing you out, mate. I think it's about time Rasmus Hojlund left. I know a lot of fans are pro Rasmus because he writes funny Instagram captions, and he is still young. Obviously, he could come good in the end, but I think we've seen enough evidence over the past 2 years to suggest, yeah, I don't think he is. Not at Manchester United anyway. He was brought in under Ten Hag to be a part of a transition-heavy system where we would break on counter-attacks and stuff like that. Amorim's not necessarily looking to do that. And so, yeah, Hojlund's got to go. Heard that City selling Savinho might be to free up a space for Rodrigo. Yep, I've seen those rumours as well, Eddie. I don't think City are going to come in for BALEBA. I'd be surprised if they do. I feel bad for Erasmus, to be honest. I do not feel bad in the slightest. I mean, he gets paid handsomely. He did not perform for 2 years. I mean, he got like, what, four Premier League goals last season? And I mean, like, Scott McTominay got 9. And people were forcing him out, but all of a sudden, when it's Rasmus Hojlund, yep, let's beg him to stay and all of this sort of stuff. I mean, people turn on Scott McTominay pretty quickly, but I don't know why. For some reason, people aren't turning on Rasmus Hojlund. But yeah, that's all with the Rasmus Hojlund story. So now we know that he is obviously unhappy that he's being forced out, but he is open to joining AC Milan supposedly. Let's go on to our goalkeeper situation now with Donnarumma. Paris Saint-Germain exclude Donnarumma from their squad for the UEFA Super Cup. Donnarumma will not sign new deal at PSG. There's no agreement, and he will leave 100%. He will 100% leave the club this summer or in 2026 as a free agent. GGO's camp feel it's unfair situation for the goalkeeper, as reported by Fabrizio Romano. Donnarumma will leave Paris Saint-Germain for sure, most likely this or eventually next summer. So it's most likely that Donnarumma leaves this summer. The relationship is completely broken after club decide to exclude GGO from the Super Cup. Understand Premier League is the most likely destination. Now, I'm sorry, but if the Premier League is the most likely destination for Donnarumma, he's got to come here, surely. He's got to come here. He's surely got to come here. But I think Donnarumma is almost definitely pinned to come here if we get rid of Rasmus Hojlund, because I think Sancho's definitely leaving. We know that Hojlund's now pretty much definitely leaving. We know Anthony's leaving. We know Garnacho's leaving. I mean, I don't want to say I predicted it, guys, but if you go back and look at all of the videos on the Old Truthford YouTube channel, I did say that all of these players would leave this summer, and it looks like it's coming true. But yeah, I think we will be getting a goalkeeper in. I think Donnarumma will be joining us, and I think BALEBA. I think honestly, I'm really confident in Man United to get the BALEBA deal and the Donnarumma deal underway. I mean, the CEO of Brighton has even come out saying, obviously, we don't want to sell BALEBA, but the landscape of the footballing world changes. So I'm fairly confident, you know. Bobby, how you doing, man? Hello. Albert, good to see you. What did I miss? Yeah, we need to outbid them at all costs. Carlos is our future. If Donnarumma joins, rival fans are going to have a mental breakdown. They don't understand our pull. It is hilarious to see fans just literally losing their heads, because even though we finished 15th in the league last season, we are still getting world-class players. But that is why Manchester United are the greatest team to have ever played the beautiful game. Let's see where we are. If we get Donnarumma and BALEBA, then it's a 9.5 out of 10, and Bomo deal brings it down half a point. Just because of how long it took, or what about the Mbomo deal took it down half a point? They've already got Carlos's replacement ready to go, obviously. Yep. Oh, wait, actually, they don't have the replacement ready to go. That's why Brighton are demanding a higher fee, because his replacement in the squad is still, I think, 1 year away from being a first-team starter, as they see it. So that's why Brighton are a bit reluctant. Yeah, the length of time and the price, I would say. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. But having said that, even though Mbuemo is going to cost a bit more than Cunha, I think Mbuemo's looking a little bit more silky than Cunha, if I'm being honest. I think it's a hard one saying, like, did we get ripped off, or were Brentford actually in the right of, like, Mbuemo may be a more well-rounded player than Cunha, and yet we wanted to get Mbuemo for cheaper than Cunha, or around the same price. So I don't know. I think time will tell if we overpaid for Mbuemo. From what I've seen so far, I think he looks just about the right price, but we did pay for him. In other news, Martinez is likely to return over the next couple months, I believe. Maybe looking at a September reintegration in the squad. The report that's come out today via Centre Devils and Sully Talks says that Lisandro Martinez trained on grass individually yesterday and is making good progress with a return to first team training not far away now. Leitcher is seen as a very important member of the group. So Martinez is recovering well, which is good to hear. I think we do have a lot more soul in the team when Martinez is starting. As well as that, Heaven is decent, but he is definitely still learning his craft. So I think having Martinez as the starting left-sided centre-back and putting Heaven as his understudy is a really good, strong position to be in for Manchester United. All will be revealed over the course of the season. As long as we are better to watch, I don't mind, lol. I think we're definitely going to be better to watch, but if we sign BALEBA, I think we're going to be... I think that could, like, literally just spark our team into life, if I'm being honest. What else do we have here? Could we buy him and loan him back to Brighton for a year just to make sure we get him and get a stopgap in for this season? I doubt it, Niche Fan, because, I mean, Brighton obviously want to keep a hold of him because they don't have a necessary replacement for him. We didn't look good last game. We looked good in moments, but again, that wasn't our strongest first starting 11. So, and also, I think we looked poor because Ahmad had such a stinker of a game. Like, Ahmad was giving away every single ball, fouling every player, but anyone can have a bad game. I think we're going to impress against Arsenal. I really do. Moving on from Martinez, though, let's talk about Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire did come out today with an interview with Rio Ferdinand, where he talked a lot about, obviously, his personal criticism that he's received over the last few years. Some rightfully so, others, I mean, others were like kind of a very. It did feel like it was a very strong hate campaign against Harry Maguire from certain United fan channels and outlets. But yeah, this is what Harry Maguire had to say. Harry Maguire on how criticism from ex-United players impacted him. So this is what he said on ex-United players criticising him. As much as I can, I tend to ignore it, even though it's hard. Social media nowadays is tough. But when you play for this club, I think you soon realise that you can get spoken well of, and then 3 months later, it can be totally different and flip so quickly. I try to ignore it. I think it's more difficult for players' families because they're the ones who see it and suffer from it. That's a very good point from Maguire there. I mean, you could literally be a professional football player who is getting criticised and not look at social media at all. But when you've got your closest family members who are seeing all of this stuff about you online and stuff like that, then surely it will seep into your life, your everyday existence. I mean, surely those family members are going to be bringing up to you the fact that, yeah, you're getting slated here, you're getting slated there, and it's something that you'd have to deal with. So yeah, it's an interesting one. Eddie, I really want to see Xerxes do well this season. Would love him to become a bit of a cult hero for us. I think he will be. I think after last season, he's gone away. He's transformed his body. I think we're going to see a more. He's already got that like silky, close control in tight spaces. Does Joshua Xerxes? But I mean, I think with this new training plan that he's on, and he's built like a tank now. I expect his hold-up play to be better. I expect his endurance to be better. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Xerxes this season. Harry Maguire also said to Rio Ferdinand, I don't mind taking criticism on my shoulders at all. I've had enough throughout my career, especially when you get older, but it's the younger generation it's more fearful for because you don't know what way it's going to go. So yeah, in my opinion, with all these quotes that Maguire's coming out with, he's showing exactly why he was captain of Manchester United and why he's a part of the leadership group, because he's doing everything right. I mean, he's obviously trying to separate social media from his day-to-day game, and you can tell that like how he carries himself and how he speaks about his experiences, how he can help younger players from like avoiding those experiences. So yeah, I'm happy to see these quotes from Maguire. Maguire finally had to say, my toughest moment? Well, I had a bad 6 months where everything I did was online and videos on me, misplaced passes. I think it got to a stage where anything posted was for clicks, more or less. I can take constructive criticism from players or ex-players, but I think it got to a stage where it was all for clicks and follows and things like that. The toughest moment personally was probably when I got jeered at Scotland away, playing for England. It was a little bit of banter, but it got to a stage then where I think people realised it had passed the mark of banter. That was a moment which really turned, and I had a lot of support and people reach out to me. I was really appreciative of that. So yeah, it's good to see that Harry Maguire's come through the other side. He has resurrected his Manchester United career. And yeah, it's amazing to see because, I mean, now we've seen reports that Harry Maguire could stay at Manchester United for the remainder of his career as a squad player at the bare minimum. So that is that's very nice to see. What's niche fans saying here? The biggest mistake he ever made was not giving Cristiano the armband when he came. He could have learned from CR7 and there would have been no shame relinquishing it to Ronaldo. Ronaldo didn't deserve the armband, if I'm being honest, niche fan. I don't think Ronaldo deserved the armband. I think Ronaldo came and pretty much disrupted the whole changing room. I mean, whether that be because of his high standards or not, he did disrupt the changing room, and there's a lot of reports coming out saying that. So yeah, I think if anything, I think Solskjaer's, I think that would have been his third season, would have been a lot more successful had we not signed Cristiano Ronaldo, if I'm being 100% honest. We would have won the Prem if he had done that. Maybe also the UCL. Oh my God. Niche fan, you're losing me here. You're losing me. You're losing me. But moving on from Harry Maguire, let's cover some more news from today. Benjamin Sesko has had his first Manchester United interview. And let's go over some of the things that came out from his interview today. So, Sesko's message to fans, he said, "I just want to tell them that big things are ahead. I can promise you that. In every match, I'll give my maximum. Ronaldo didn't deserve the armband. Sorry, I normally agree with you, but that's an insane comment." It's definitely not. It's definitely not an insane comment. He left United. Why would he deserve the captaincy as soon as he comes back? That makes no sense, niche fan. Like, wait, does Cristiano Ronaldo even have the captaincy at Al Nassr? Surely he does, given the fact that they paid £1 billion to get him there. Who's the captain of... Okay, so I think Cristiano Ronaldo's the captain, of course he is, but no, I'm sorry, he didn't deserve the captaincy at Manchester United after just coming back after a few years. No way. Ronaldo thought he was bigger than the club, which I would say maybe he is, but he can't think that and play for the club, and we saw why. He is bigger than the club as a media personality, don't get me wrong, or a commercial powerhouse in a way. But as soon as you sign up to be a player, you've got a manager. You're not bigger than the club. As soon as you sign a contract to be an employee for an organization, you are not bigger than the club. They're your employers. You are not bigger than the club. Not saying, where are we? Not saying Ronaldo is bigger than the club, but the argument could be made. No, 100% it could. 100%. Yeah, he had it immediately. What are spot on, admin? Thank you very much. Let's move on with Sesko, though. So Sesko, he had his first interview today. We've already seen photos of him flying in the air, all 6'5" of him, which is beautiful to see. What else do we have? Benjamin Sesko, let me just read out a few quotes here. So one quote, "I've only been here a short time, but it's already fantastic. I can already feel that we're going to be a big family. It's a pleasure to be a part of it." He also said, "I cannot wait to wear this jersey on the field and represent it as best as I can." Asked on why he chose United, Sesko said, "Why United? It's a historic club, simply incredible. For me, the team is great. It keeps improving, and that's one of the things that makes you want to come. It's a great project, and I'm really looking forward to starting." Which is good to hear. I mean, it's good to see that young players are seeing United as a club that can only go up. I hope anyway. But yeah, it's good to see that Sesko did see it that way, and he is right. I mean, we've improved the training ground. We've brought in 4 signings already. We're supposedly going to bring in 2 more, a midfielder and a goalkeeper. So Manchester United are only improving, and it's a great time to join the club. And it's also a great time to subscribe to the Old Truthford YouTube channel. If you haven't already, subscribe to the Old Truthford YouTube channel for all the latest Manchester United content. And, yeah, just watch-alongs, anything United, anything fighting, we are here for. Ronaldo and Messi almost transcend football. That's why they have to be the captain. Nah. They don't transcend football, mate. Football's been around longer than them, and it will continue to be around, long after they're gone. I'm sorry, they don't break commercially, yeah, but every player has a peak, and that's why when Ronaldo came, we knew that he was in the latter years of his career. Maybe if Ronaldo joined in his prime, like an Mbappe for PSG or something like that, he could still have more weight as a captain and blah blah blah. But like joining when you're like 36 years old, yeah, that's not that's not the time to make demands. Niche, their brands transcend football, not them as players. Yep, completely agree, Eddie. Benjamin Sesko was also asked about the squad. And he said, a young group, it's part of the process. We can grow together. I think it's going to be exciting. And he was also very complimentary of Ruben Amorim. Ruben Amorim, who, if reports are to be believed, had a 2-hour long Teams chat and video call with Sesko, where he pretty much laid out the plans on making him one of the greatest strikers in the world. So yeah, Sesko was very much on board, and yeah, Sesko had this to say on Ruben Amorim. Of course, I think this is a really important part in football. Great guy, great coach. When you're going to start at a new club, it's important. So yeah, great guy, Ruben Amorim. Good guy, Ruben Amorim. Benjamin Sesko also mentioned the new training facilities with Carrington, saying that it's fantastic, it's great that it opens just as he arrives, and it's a new start. How can Harry Maguire be CR7's captain? It's absolutely ridiculous. Ole should have given it to Cristiano. Ole was too weak. Ole knew that as soon as Cristiano Ronaldo signed, it messed up all of his plans at Manchester United. That's why he didn't give him the armband, because he knew it was the beginning of the end. He knew it was the beginning of the end, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer did. Because the play was clunky, we were relying on like moments of brilliance from Cristiano, and yeah, it was just doomed. It was absolutely doomed. What else? Benjamin Sesko, I'm a guy ready to attack, to take spaces, to be at the receiving end of crosses. It's important. Of course, if there are crosses, it's always going to be nice. I'm always going to be there. So, Sesko has laid down the marker, saying that he will always be there for crosses. And we know that Mbeumo is an absolute cross merchant, so I'm hoping he lives up to it. I'm really hoping Sesko can get a few headers at the start of the season. Set pieces, we are going to be a challenge, because you got to remember, guys, over the past, like, if we have De Ligt, Maguire, and Sesko in for corners, we are going to be spicy. We are going to be spicy from set pieces. Bruno is leaving next year. We need a new captain now. I'd give it to Yoro or De Ligt. There's no guarantee that Bruno's leaving next year. I mean, if Bruno has a killer next season, we could see him potentially leave. A few people do think that he would, but then again, I don't know. I mean, I think Bruno, if he has like another amazing season and everything's working well in the team, why would we sell Bruno Fernandes? I don't see it. Ronaldo's return was all PR. Glad he scored the goals he did, but it turned sour and was doomed from the start. It did feel like we signed Cristiano Ronaldo purely because of his links to Manchester City, and it was more of a fact of like we needed to get him because otherwise he would have been going to Man City. And the fact that Ronaldo was even linked to Man City was disgraceful in the first place. I mean, him and his agent should have known better. Because yeah, that was really poor from him. Remember, folks, if you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We do go live every single evening, covering the latest Manchester United news and updates. And yeah, it's nice to get some new faces in the chat. So subscribe, get involved in the chat. Let us know what you think about Sesko's interview. If you think that Ronaldo should have been given the captain's armband when he joined, because I'm very much against that opinion. No offense, admin, but I don't get United supporters who say CR7 was the problem. How does having one of the two best footballers in history destroy managers' plans? The problem that you're not seeing, niche fan, is that Cristiano Ronaldo will always be the GOAT, greatest of all time, greatest in the history of the sport. That's solidified. But is he one of the greatest right now? And the fact is, he's not. That's why he's playing in the Saudi League. That's why Cristiano Ronaldo came out saying, oh, if I lost the passion for football and all of this, I'd just move to the Saudi League for money. I want to play in Europe, all of this sort of stuff. And no European clubs came in for him when he said that he was leaving Manchester United, if you remember. So, I mean, sometimes you just got to face the facts of the situation, and the facts are Ronaldo slowed down when it came down to the game, and he had to move on if he wanted to get regular game time. So he did that, and he's gone Saudi, and fair play to him. But he did not make Manchester United better. I mean, when Cristiano Ronaldo left, we won 2 trophies, like Ten Hag says. Like, I mean, and that was with Wout Weghorst up front. Sometimes it's not all about we need this type of player. It's about a player who suits the system. And I think it's funny because we're seeing like a very mini replica of this with Rasmus Hojlund being forced out and Sesko coming in. Although the only difference is Ronaldo forced himself out and Hojlund actually wants to stay. But we're seeing exactly the same thing. I mean, Sesko is going to suit the system more. And that's what we're going to see. And we're only going to see better football because of that. What else did Sesko say? So Sesko also said about Zlatan Ibrahimovic, who is his idol. It is my dream to meet him one day. That would be great. He is my idol. Me and you on 100% alignment on Ronaldo admin. Thank you, Eddie. Thank you very much for the support. It is a niche place to take because, I mean, like, as soon as you criticize Ronaldo in the slightest, even if you're not criticizing him, a lot of people think that you're a Ronaldo hater. But like, I've spent hours of my life watching Ronaldo compilations on YouTube and stuff like that. I'm not a Ronaldo hater. I'm a realist. Like, he forced the move to go to Saudi, and yeah, he wasn't the problem, but at the same time, he wasn't best suited to our squad, and that's why we ended up signing Wout Weghorst, who was better suited to the squad. Niche fan, yeah, but that was 2 years later when he went Saudi. He was our top scorer when he came back. Ten Hag said CR7 was never the problem. Again, he wasn't the problem, but in a way he was, because he forced the move, Niche fan. Cristiano Ronaldo did the interview with Piers Morgan. He's the one who pushed to leave. Like, and that, as soon as he did that interview, yes, he was a problem, because you had a guy on ridiculous wages who was slating the club and wanting to leave. So, I mean, he was a problem in a way. Maybe not on the pitch in certain games, but like, he definitely was the problem in the end. Like, Ten Hag could say he wasn't the problem, but he was causing problems. What else? He wasn't the problem, but he became a problem. Yep, agree as well, Eddie. Benjamin Sesko as well was asked what he does away from football. This is what he had to say. He said, what I do away from football? I mean, I play a lot of basketball, especially on my days off. Of course, we have rest, but if there's an opportunity I'll play basketball, which is good to hear. Obviously, a lot of Eastern European countries, you'll see that a lot of athletes from there do like to play basketball. And given the fact that he's 6'5", I don't think it comes as a shock to anyone why Sesko would like to play basketball. What else do we have? Okay, so this is a bit of a fluff piece, but I thought I'd include it. The corporate comms of Manchester United has moved on. So Manchester United's head of corporate comms, Michael Gibson, has landed a role in MotoGP, the Grand Prix of motorcycling, and will now leave the club. Which goes to show again, obviously a lot of directors, a lot of heads of have been leaving Manchester United, and it looks like Ineos are continuing to I don't know, drain the swamp, for a lack of better term, if Donald Trump's watching. Yeah, he wanted to leave because the standards were so low. He could identify the same broken tiles in Carrington from when he was with us in his first team. Yeah, he wanted to leave because the standards were low, but I think he more so wanted to leave because he didn't want to play in the Europa League. I mean, had he stayed, he could have won another trophy at Manchester United. I mean, I don't think he's won a trophy at Al Nassr for like the first 2 years that he's been there. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure he hasn't won a trophy there. So, I mean, like, it's... He can't go on about standards being low and then join the Saudi league. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. No more Shizzy Carrington anymore, baby. I'm not going to lie, Eddie. Seeing the new Carrington, it got me hyped. And I'm hoping one day I can actually record in that building. That's one of my goals that I put on my little board. I'm aiming for that day pass at Carrington because that place looks so cool. What else do we have then? Okay, so just a recap on all of this. We've got Martinez looking for a return. We've got Harry Maguire, who's spoken to Rio Ferdinand about the pressures of modern football. We have Donnarumma, who is definitely, most likely, going to be leaving PSG this summer. And Fabrizio Romano understands that the Premier League is the most likely destination. Surely that'll be us. Who else would Donnarumma go to? Who else would Donnarumma go to, guys? Sesko's had his first interview where there haven't been too many bombshell quotes, but he has bigged up Ruben Amorim and obviously said that his game is centered around getting his head on the ball, saying that if there are crosses, then he will be there for them. BALEBA, we're waiting on the next couple of days to see how that advances. Garnacho is an absolute pleb for getting a tattoo and smoking. Well, not smoking technically. He could have just been holding someone else's vape, and I'm sure he'd say that to save face. But Garnacho has been caught holding a vape while getting a tattoo. What else? United are exploring the viability of organising a behind closed doors friendly against a local rival this week to give Andre Onana and Benjamin Sesko some real world training ahead of their Premier League opener. So I guess we'll have to wait and see if they start. Do you guys think? Get in the chat, guys, because I'm curious to see what you guys think. Do you think that Sesko and Onana are going to start against Arsenal? Because I'm torn on whether they're going to start. I'd like to... I have a feeling that Sesko will start. I don't know if Onana will, though. You need a face reveal before you get to filming Carrington, mate. Who knows, mate? Who knows? Never say never. Bring him back in, maybe with the new Carrington. He'll be rejuvenated. Admin! Damien, how you doing, man? Admin, with respect, he knows as do you and I that we aren't meant to be in the Europa League. It's a liberty. We are a UCL team, and CR7 can't accept Man United dropping so low. But again, why has he joined? You haven't answered my point, niche fan. Why did Cristiano Ronaldo join Al Nassr, where he's not in the Champions League, he's not in the Club World Cup, and he's not won a trophy there? Like, he's not... Like, has he even challenged? Let's look at the Saudi League rankings. Saudi League over the past few seasons. Okay, so last season he was 13 points off the top. The season before that, 14 points off the top. And the season before that, they won. Oh, wait, no, they didn't. They were 5 points off the top. So, I mean, he hasn't won any silverware with Al Nassr. So I don't understand how you can believe the PR line of, oh, I'm leaving because the standards are too low at Manchester United, for him to then join a Saudi team where the standards are even lower, mate. Like, it doesn't make any sense. It's just a PR line to pretty much force a move because he wanted more money and he knew that his time in top European football was over. Why did no top European club come in for Manchester United? Why? Why didn't they? Answer those questions, niche fan, and then we can continue that conversation, but you will not like the answer. He's going to come back as coach and immediately take us back to the top. Okay, now you're in Lulu land, niche fan. If you think Ronaldo's going to come back as a coach and take United to the top, I will believe it when I see it. Ladies and gents, if you are new to Old Truthford, be sure to subscribe and hit that like button. Every like, every subscription does help us grow to become one of the strongest Manchester United communities, full of honestly biased sports content and pretty much any opinion you can think of. I mean, any opinion you can think of, we will debate, but you got to be able to back it up, man. Maybe he knew the Glazers were running a sinking ship at the time and wanted a club that could pay his wages. We're not Barcelona, mate. We've paid every player's wages, even Sancho's when he's done F all. Like, I mean, I'm sorry, but we would always pay players' wages. We wouldn't get that far into debt. He's raised the standards of the whole Saudi league. He's not just there for Al Nassr. He's raised the standards of the whole Saudi league. What do you mean? You don't think he's there just to, like, pretty much get up to 1,000 goals and hopefully win a trophy? Like, that's it, really. And the money. That's all that Cristiano Ronaldo went to the Saudi league for, bro. Okay, let's look at some more updates on Twitter, see if anything's come out. Also, for those who missed it, Alejandro Garnacho's message to Manchester United, it's Chelsea, or I stay here and don't play football for 6 to 12 months. So anyone who is still, I don't know, a fan of Garnacho or anything like that, fair enough. You can think what you want to think. But yeah, he's an absolute pleb, and he has arguably handled this worse than like Sancho did. So yeah. Admin, no offense, but you're just like Gary Neville with your criticism of our legend CR7. I don't understand what criticism I'm saying other than saying Ronaldo left for more money, because it's impossible to argue that he left for higher standards when he's yet to win a trophy in the Saudi league. And yeah, he's just pretty much settled for mediocrity over there. So let's see what other news we have had come out tonight. Okay, Man United have released like a little montage of Martinez in recovery. What else do we have? The third kit has been released. New photos of that with Cunha wearing that and Mainu. Marcus Rashford. Did anyone see that Marcus Rashford miss today? If you haven't, please, guys, go on Twitter right now or see if you can find it on YouTube. Marcus Rashford does so well to get past the keeper, get past the players, and then he absolutely misses an open goal. It's ridiculous. Same old Rashi. Niche, you can hop off it. It's okay. That Rashford miss, oh my god. It was terrible, wasn't it, Eddie? Oh my god. I keep saying it, but I am going to get photos up on these streams in the future, so you can see the reports, exactly what I'm reading out and what I'm talking about. But like, this Marcus Rashford miss, oh my god. Oh, Rafinha as well. Rafinha was just like, what have I just witnessed? What have I just witnessed? What else do we have? Other than Garnacho dragging his feet, what else? Jack Grealish completed his medical as new Everton player on loan from Man City with 50 million buy option. That is ridiculous that Jack Grealish is warranting a £50 million buy option, but then we had like a 40 mil buy option in our loan with Aston Villa for Marcus Rashford. That blows my mind, not going to lie. He's not just in Saudi for trophies, he's there to promote their league. Yeah, again, but what does that have to do with bloody football, mate? What does that have to do with personal accomplishments and all of this sort of stuff? He's there to get, let's be honest, easy goals, to hit 1,000 goals in his career, and he's there for money. That's it. Like, if he's there to promote a league, then fair enough. He's not a footballer anymore, then, isn't he? He's not putting the football first. He's putting forward his commercial power first. He's promoting their he's promoting their league for money, and so he can hit 1,000 goals for the legacy of it all. Which, fair play to him. He's an old player. He's still doing stuff which is very impressive at an old age. But there's a reason he left Europe. His time at the top was over. And it was clear it was over. Alejandro Garnacho again posts on... Bloody hell, man. How many bloody posts of him working out are we going to see from Garnacho? It's actually ridiculous at this point. Mainu posted in the Man United third kit as well. Good to see. And that seems to be all the updates that we have for you folks. If anyone's got anything that you'd like to discuss, get in the comments. Happy to debate it. Eddie and Niche Fan, I know you're both boxing fans. We are going to be doing a live stream for Moses Atoma v Dillian White. Who do you guys have for that fight? Or should I just rather ask, what round is Atoma going to absolutely obliterate him in? He just won the Nations League as captain of Portugal. Bro, that has nothing to do with his club career. That has nothing to do with his club career, Niche Fan. What does him play? Like, he was going to play for Portugal if he was playing for United or Al Nassr. Like, what difference does that make? Please, tell me. Atoma round 3. Wow, okay. Eddie's saying it's going to be a quick fight. I am going to give my prediction on the stream. Going to give a more thorough breakdown. But yeah, be sure to tune in for that if you're free. Not watching the fight though, doing pub golf. Oh, Eddie's social life is getting in the way. Pub golf is a laugh though, to be fair. Where are you doing it? Atoma round 6. Okay. Ooh. Can we see Dillian White knock down Moses Atoma? Is that even a possibility? I mean, from the reports that I'm hearing from Adi Oladipo and all the likes, I mean, Dillian White's in good shape. He's in good shape. Going to a small town near where most of my mates live. Lovely stuff, Ed. Lovely stuff. But yeah, guys, I think that's all of the updates I have. If you are new to the channel, again, subscribe to the Old Truthford YouTube channel. It's good to have you. Join the community, join the chat. Drop a like on the video if you haven't already. And yeah, I guess we'll take it from there. Admin, do you think Dricus du Plessis can retain his UFC middleweight title at 319? Oh, that's a good question, Damien. That's a good question. I'm gonna say he can. A lot of people are saying if he takes Hamzat into the later rounds, then he can do it, which I see. I do see that. But I feel like Hamzat's too well rounded. I don't know. I feel like the intensity of Hamzat. I think it's going to be very close first round. I wouldn't be surprised if Hamzat's like this close, like so close to getting a stoppage in the first round. But then the bell goes, and then it moves on to the second round, and he's a bit gassed. He's feeling the pace a bit more. Dricus comes into it, but then maybe Hamzat finishes him in like round 3 or 4. That's what I see. What are you thinking, Damien? Do you think DDP can win it? I am rooting for DDP since he's been photographed in a United shirt. Got to support the United fan. Atoma's chin hasn't been tested yet, so we don't know. All we need is one of those left hooks from White to test him. Think Kamzat will nearly submit him early, but DDP comes back and awkward styles for fudge out of him. I think similar to you, Eddie, but I do think Kamzat will get it in the end. I think he'll be close to finishing him early on, but I think Kamzat will get the TKO later on. Yeah, DDP can retain. How do you see DDP doing it, Damien? Cheeky voice crack. Man, needs to drink some water. How do you see DDP doing it if he does do it? Also, when is that? Because I might do a live stream for that as well. Is that this weekend? Oh, okay, that's this weekend as well. Okay, I might do. It might be a double live stream then, guys. I might do the Atoma White fight, and then I might do the Dricus Kamzat fight. Who else is on that card? Is it a good card? Oh my god, it's such a stinky card, isn't it? I mean, Michael Page is on there. I mean, he's going to be entertaining. The UFC's gone downhill so much, man. Like, Laron Murphy is fighting Aaron Pico. Who the hell is Aaron Pico? Michael Page versus Jared Cannonier. Nah, that's poor. The UFC recently signed like a $7.7 billion deal with Paramount as well. So for the US, they don't even have to pay pay-per-views anymore. But it's an absolute, I don't know. It's just completely gone downhill in my eyes. The UFC really isn't the thing that they were before. With Dana White moving into boxing as well, I can't imagine it is going to hit the same heights that it once did. Where are we? It's a good matchup. Interested to see it at UFC 319. TKO this Saturday. Okay, so you think DDP's going to knock the fudge out of Kamzat? That'd be a big upset. Another double live stream commitment from the admin. It's got to be done, Eddie. It's got to be done, man. Do you know what I'm fuming about, by the way, guys? I spoke about this on the last live stream. I am absolutely fuming because I've pretty much set up. Well, I haven't set up. Someone set up for me a birthday thing. So like I was going to be able to live stream the Man United Fulham game because the original Premier League schedule was that was going to happen on a Saturday, but then the Premier League have just completely changed it to a Sunday, and I didn't even see that report anywhere. And yeah, now I've booked something for it, so I'm going to be missing that Fulham game versus United, which I'm fuming about because obviously trying to do as many live streams as possible, but yeah, I literally can't get out of. Not that I want to, but I literally can't get out of those commitments now, so that's really annoying. But I'll probably do a live stream maybe on the morning of the game just to keep up the consistency. But man, frustratingly won't be able to do a watch along for that. But we move. We will be doing a watch along for every other Manchester United game this season, starting with the opener against Arsenal, which is only 6 days away now, man. The hype is real. Thanks for doing live stream, admin. I appreciate you reading my comments out. No worries, man. No worries. All opinions are welcome at Old Truthford. We may disagree, but all opinions are welcome, and I do like hearing differing opinions. So yeah, subscribe to the channel, get involved in the chat, and yeah, let's keep growing this community. But for now, I hope you all have a lovely evening. I do need to go eat my tea. Have a great evening. Subscribe if you're new. Like the video. And I'll see you tomorrow. But for now, Godspeed.